Hello everybody, Shadow SP here. Play some more Granblue Fantasy. So, last time we were here, right, we went off at the request of Sturm, who we hadn't seen for a little while. We, as the kind of third-party observer, know that Sturm and Dronk got into a little bit of a scuffle back in Zinkenstill, our hometown, when some people tried to break into our house when we weren't there. So, you know, thanks for that. Appreciate it. But yeah, so Sturm comes to us saying that Dronk was captured by the Istvayan soldiers that they were fighting with. But he left behind a clue, an orb, so one of those things that he carries around all the time. And Sturm theorizes that he probably got captured on purpose, and this is the way to bring us to him, right? So she's trying to enlist the help of the crew, and seeing no real reason to say no, we agree. So we head over toward the Northwest, and some things happen. Not much in terms of, things actually in the Northwest for a little while. But Licia has returned to the Enforcers, and they had a little discussion about how I think it was the Golden Knight sent them a request to have our crew, arrested unless we were to leave Fonte Grande, right? Only arrested within Fonte Grande. That's right. The terms of everything. So, yeah, it seems like we're trying to be chased out. And when we're in the Northwest, we're climbing the mountains, following the orb. We run into the local primal beast, which is, I wouldn't say identified, but strongly suggested to be have a contract with the island itself, which is one of the preconditions for having a sky map piece. Which means, if we were to get that sky map piece, we would have all of the Fonte Grande sky map fully assembled, so we could leave. But we got caught in an avalanche, so, we'll see exactly what that leads to. Right now, actually. Alright. Chapter 76. A crew divided.
Oi!
Okay, so these guys have the same kind of patterns on their armor and everything as the other, the Istvayan soldiers we've seen. So that's pretty clear coding. And talking about an Arun, that sounds like Dronk. Yeah. Dronk did have a meeting face-to-face with the Golden Knight that went pretty heavily in his favor, because he's a tricky person. He got a lot of information that, without really giving anything. So he escaped? Is that what was going on here?
Yeah, ねえねえ、さっき出口の近くでそのエルーンを見かけたんだけどさ。何？じゃあ我々もすぐに。お前。
So, I get that it's a trope to like say a one-liner before taking out the people that are chasing you or soldiers or whatever. but if you're gonna take him out anyway, do you really have to, like, tell a joke or something beforehand?
あっちが出口。
I guess he's gaining information. Yeah, he's tricky. Right, because they could have, you know, gestured toward the direction that we're gonna go, the exit.
何してんの？こんなとこで。
そうだな。お散歩？
お散歩なら首輪が必要なんじゃないのかい？
ひどいな。何それ？そういう趣味？
悪くはないと思うけどね。そうじゃなくて、自分の立場分かってるだろ？
分かってるからこうしてこっそりここから出て行こうとしてたんだけどね。
Right. So, this line here, where in the English text you're saying you know why you're here, it doesn't seem like it really fits or makes any sense. Like, you know why you're here. It's like, yeah, obviously you brought me here. That's why I'm here, like physically. No, she's trying to say, like, you know your place, right? Like, you know the position that you're in. You're a prisoner. Like, what you're doing right now is very dangerous for your life.
ここから外に？ああ、そうか。そういえばあんたのことは気絶させて連れてきたんだっけ？
何それ？突然の軍への裏切り？それとも相棒がいないから分が悪いと見たとか？
Nah, she's just trying to show you that
どっちも外れ。
escaping into the blizzard is
確かに
probably
ハイラッ
not
クは外
smart.
に警ら中だけど、獲物もないあんたじゃ勝負にならない。逃げようってなら止めはしないけど、やめておいた方が身のためだよ。
Yeah, because, I mean, right, they're in the middle
そう
of
言われてもな。ここはもう
a
飽きちゃったんだ
snow-covered
よ
mountain
ね。
range, right?
スープの味も好みじゃないし。
So, and if he wasn't conscious when he was brought in, it makes a lot of sense that he doesn't really know where they're
だ
at.
からさ、また機会があれば遊びに来るから、その時はお土産を楽しみに。え？
Yeah, it's a wasteland out there.
ここが白風の境であることは話してたっけ？でもさすがのあんたもこれは想定してなかったろ？こんな場所に砦があるって聞かされた時は正直私も耳を疑ったからね。
Okay. Hey, what about letting him leave? What if he still wanted to leave after, you know, after collecting himself?
その余裕はこういうことだったんだ。
正解。だから言ったろ？やめておいた方が身のためだって。スープはお気に召さないみたいだけど、あんたじゃ逃げられないんだ。おとなしくしてなよ。
I like that Drunk is nothing if not adaptable here, right? Because it says it in the narration, right? He's already preparing a new plan. He's not giving up. He's just like, all right. So the straightforward escape plan doesn't work. Let's try something a little different. All right. Right. So here we are, in the middle of an avalanche. It looks like. Yep. Yep. That's really dangerous. Yeah, that's about all I can say about that. You know, shutting your eyes doesn't actually help you all that much. It probably is more harm than good, because you won't be able to react to anything. It's not that your reactions are going to do that much in the case of an avalanche for the most part, unless you're in the right spot.
大丈夫。オーキス、一体何が。
You know, I forgot to mention it, but yeah, Orcus is with us at the moment. After doing the whole Frisia thing, she's helping out.
もう収まったみたい。ありがとう、ロイド。
Right, because it's because she felt some sort of debt to pay back to Drow and Sturm for back in the day.
今のオーキスちゃんの力なのね。
You know, because they helped look out for her.
ごめんなさい。私も何とかしたかったのだけれど。ここの環境は私の力と相性が悪いみたいで。
Oh, you mean
とっさには動けなかったわ。
like frozen wasteland tundra is bad for like a plant primal? Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable.
私も間に合わなかった。残念だが。
All right. Well, I mean that's actually a pretty sizable portion of everyone that ran together.
嘘。じゃあ他のみんなは？
And the standard answer for if you get separated from someone during an avalanche is they've likely been buried by a ton of snow.
あなたが謝る必要なんてないわ。むしろあなたにはお礼を言わなくちゃいけないわね。
But the fact that this is a
ありがとう、オーキスちゃん。この雪崩から私たちを守ってくれて。
a game that has a main character, and our main character was one of the people that got caught up in this. Means we're probably fine.
助けられなかった。団長もルリアもビーもカタリナもラカムもスツルムも。
You know, one of those. Hold on.
本気でそう思っているのかしら?
Hold on. One of these names is not like the others. One of these characters can fly. I'm not gonna say that that's perfect defense against an avalanche, but if I'm gonna have you know, if you're gonna give me any physical ability to help me defend against an incoming avalanche, flight is probably the best one I would pick. Because you know what the best way to avoid being buried in snow is it's being above the snow. So the only conclusion here is that V just let himself get buried by the avalanche. Or swept away, or whatever they want to call it. Or he's just hiding.
Arigatou.
まずは無事を信じましょう。その上で私たちにはできることがあるわ。
Yeah, I mean that's the best way to approach it.
そうよね。みんなきっと大丈夫よ。ね、オーキス。
You know, if you
ありがとう。
don't approach the situation as though
弱気
the
になってた。
people you're trying to rescue have survived, then well,
諦めるにはまだ早い。
then it's not going to do them any favors if they did, right?
その息だわ。
Alright. Well, anyway. So. I wonder if there's any through line with the characters.
もう今は魔物の相手してる時間なんてないんだから。
You know what? That's fair.
こ
But
こが白風の境
they
な
don't
の
really
に
care about that either.
この子たちと戦うことは避けられないわ。人数も少ないことだし、注意して進むしかないよね。
The Silverwind Stretch's monsters are large and aggressive.
団長たちを助ける。その邪魔はさせない。
Alright. Would you look at that? It's a fixed party map. Orcus isn't fighting with us. How dare you? Alright, well, anyway. What? Oh, okay. One of these?
隙見せたら撃つ。じじいに負けんなよ。
See, the thing about these is that they're all old versions of the SSR kit. But I don't remember exactly how they work. Alright. Alright.
悪い子にはお仕置きよ。
I'll do one of these.
あ、許さないんだから。あんたなんか殺してやる。
And one of those. I guess we bury her. Okay.
油断は禁物よ。
Alright.
こいつを食らっておねんねすな。終わりかい。
Okay, that'll work.
このさこれくらい余裕なんだからもう許さないんだからや
行くぜ。
Yep. I think we just keep hitting the button.
どう
行くぜ。
どう
一歩終わりかい。こんなもんかい。ご苦労さん。
All right. Well, that was strange. Let's just say. All right, moving right along. Okay, so
Lloyd.
okay, we're still sticking with this group.
Oakis, 大丈夫？すごく辛そうだけど。大丈夫。それより、団
Yeah,
長たちを見つけないと。
I mean, I guess in an emergency situation like this, time really is of the essence. So if they can get this thing, if they can search in at least relative safety, it makes sense to kind of push it a little bit. But yeah, you can't push yourself too far, or you're gonna end up
私は
exhausting yourself, and then everybody's lost.
早く団長たちを。
Alright, the way you're saying that tells me we need to stop now.
ちょっと大丈夫？
Yep. Yeah, suddenly falls unconscious. Okay.
かなり無理をさせてしまったみたいね。このままじゃ危ないわ。早くどこかで休ませてあげないと。
Rosetta, of course, not saying we need to stop, saying that we need to let her rest.
よろしければ私が案内しましょうか。
Oh, hey, it's this guy. It's one of the guys that kidnapped Drunk.
抵抗はお勧めしません。無茶をするようなお方には見えませんが。
Not what he says. Doesn't say that they're not a threat. Says, I don't suggest resisting, but you don't look like the kind of person to do something. The kind of person to do something so reckless, how do you say this? Overreaching, right? You're doing too much, right? Because we're already pushing ourselves really far. Just going even further beyond that is too much.
「我々は黄金の騎士機下のイスタバイオン軍です。 おとなしく投降していただけるなら危害は加えません。
イスタバイオン軍？じゃああんたたちがあのにやけ男？
にやけ男？ああ、 あのエルーンの傭兵のことか。
私たちはあいつを助けに来たんだから、あんたたちに従ったりなんて。
No, no, yo, don't get too emotional about it. They're offering to take you right to him, basically.
そうね、今はそれが賢明そうだわ。
Probably. I doubt that they have multiple forts out here in the middle of nowhere.
なんで？
まあ
それに何よりどこかでオーキシちゃんを休ませてあげないと。前に話していた通り、ここには彼らの拠点があるはずだもの。
そっか、確かにそこならこのまま外にいるよりはいいよね。
賢明な判断です。ここで息絶え氷漬けになるよりはマシな待遇を約束しましょう。
That's really not promising much. It's like, I'll promise that you'll end up in a better situation. It's freezing to death out here. Yeah, okay. That really doesn't say anything useful. Like, that's not good. I mean, they can do anything to you, basically. At that point, as long as it's not, you know, outright torture. Like, yeah, you know. Oh, yeah, it's better than freezing to death, right? Maybe they could do outright torture. Depends on who you ask. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, based on what was going on there, I assume now we're going back to our, you know, main character. Alright, going back to Kaguya. Go back to on light. Use Spartan, and we're good to go. Alright, so back in time a little bit, we got hit by the snow, and everything's pitch black. Okay. Does that mean we were buried, or are we, you know, in a cave, or... have our eyes covered?
みんな無事か。くそ、何だったんだあれは。
たく突然すぎるぜ。体中が痛えや。
あれ？
No, I'm still confused about the... like...
おい、これで全員か？嘘だろ？
I'm still confused about how V ended up in this situation, because this guy can fly.
それに
That's a big... it feels like a big plot hole. I don't know.
どこにも。
なんだと。まずいな。あの雪崩ではぐれてしまったわけか。
Yeah. Clearly.
かなりの勢いの雪崩だったからな。無事でいてくれりゃいいが。どうやってあいつらを探す？あ、いや、それとも俺たちだけでもドランクを助けに行くのか？
私はどっちも心配です。
そうだな。しかし状況から鑑みて優先すべきなのは。
Well, it'd be the first off, if we're being attacked, that's the first thing we need to deal with.
くそ、ひとまず一番の優先事項はこいつらの相手になっちまいそうだぜ。
どうもそうらしいな。こいつら流されてきた俺たちを完全に獲物だと思ってやがる。
Well, yeah, I mean, that's basically what we are here.
ちってしんどいがやるぞ。
We are their prey. Of course, that's only in their mind, because we're definitely, you know, strong enough to fight them off. It's just, they're very big. And, probably hungry. Alright, anyway. I'm just gonna press the semi-auto button.
それやりましたね。そこだ。やっつけちゃいますよ。おお、やりますね。で、やりましたね。
I'd say it's not the first fight in this chapter, but it is the first traditional fight.
やりますね。
Because the first fight was a fixed party fight. Like I said, we're slowly phasing out these traditional fights like this.
それやりましたよ。動いた後のご
Like,
飯
I'm
が
not.
最高ですね。
It's not an exaggeration to say these just don't happen anymore in, you know, current Granblue Fantasy story. Or, you know, looking at the stuff that's being released today, or near enough to today. All right. So we've repelled the monsters. So now we have to decide what we're gonna do next. Finding shelter is pretty important. Trying to deal with the...
あーくそー、もう動けねえぞ。
I think trying to find the other people who might have gotten caught up in the avalanche is also pretty important. But shelter's probably the most important thing in a survival situation like this. Gotta make sure you got a safe place to rest.
私も
Probably stay
もう限
warm,
界に近い。
given that
早く何か手を考えないと。
given that there's a ton of snow and ice everywhere.
私もなんだか眠くなってきちゃいました。
You know, Luria, I'm not all that surprised because you really need to wear like a coat or something. You don't even have sleeves
おいらもヘトヘトだぜ。
or shoes.
どこまで見渡しても雪と魔物しかいねえしよ。
Yeah, Luria is incredibly ill-suited for this terrain. She needs a better outfit. Also, V's probably a reptile, so he's also probably pretty ill-suited for this place. I say probably because, guy, he's got wings. I don't know. He could be all sorts of weird things.
こんなところで私はあいつを
So, Sturm's line, it's not bad in the English that they shows, but there's like a little bit of nuance that gets lost in translation, which I'm not really certain how to translate. Because I mean, her word choice, right? She's saying, you know, here, like, in this place, and then like that's a sentence fragment, right? The first thing, ugh is pretty much correct. But then there's the sentence fragment, like, in this place, then a different sentence fragment, which is like, I, and then, you know, as another sentence fragment, like, uses a third-person gender-neutral pronoun, which is a Japanese thing that we don't. You know, just making sure that we know that that's it's a singular, so I can't say. So when I say they, it's a singular they. So it's saying like, I to them, like do something to them, or for them, something like that. Again, it's because we don't have a verb, we don't know what she's trying to do. But she's like, feels like she's like talking out a regret, like I'm supposed to do something here, or do something for someone else. You know. Speaking your dying words and regrets. Except we'll probably be fine, because the main character's here.
ああ、お目覚めですか？団長さん？
Why are you talking to me, referring to me by name? Who are you? Where'd you hear that name? Alright. So. Anyway. Moving right along. Alright, so we are now holed away. Does that mean literally? Are we literally in a hole? Or are we like figuratively holed away?
Hide.
Or is it this side that's holed away? They're in the hole, right? The prison. I don't know. I may or may not come to a conclusion as to that as we go.
あれ？なになに？どうしたの？
You're bright and chipper.
ドランク。
やれやれ。
Nice. Alright.
はあ、どうしたのじゃないわよ。なんだか心配して損しちゃった。
Yeah, but if they've met back up, then John can come up with some better plans.
そっか。スツルム殿、ちゃんと気づいてくれたんだね。
ええ、すごく必死で。あの子には悪いけど、少し可愛いと思っちゃったわ。
Determined is replaced with something closer to desperate.
そっかそっか。ありがとうね。こんな遠いところまでさ。
私たちはいい。お礼はスツルムに言って。
No, I'll take some thanks. Truth be told.
確かに。
'Cause we aren't.
そうだね。
We really aren't under an obligation
どう
to
し
help
よ
him.
う。なんかスツルム殿の顔、正面から見れそうにないな。
少しくらい恥ずかしくたって。それはみんなに心配させた罰だと思いなさいな。
返す言葉もないや。
I mean, it kind of all depends on what he's learned. Because Sturm is probably correct that you know, he didn't get captured just because they were like losing their fight or something.
この砦の外。
見たっていうか、私たちあそこを通ってきたんだけど。どうしてあの人たちは、あの人たちだけじゃない。どうして私たちも大丈夫だったの？
詳しいことは僕にもわかんないんだけどね。ほら、ここの偉い人があの黄金の騎士様みたいだからさ、それでなんじゃない
？So it's
とにかく
something
今
to do
は
with the special
団長さんたち
luminary
に
night
望みをかけ
thing.
るしかないわ。
Luminary night powers, maybe? I don't know. We'll see.
もし、いえ、きっとね、きっと団長さんたちは無事だわ。だから、
I mean, the characters
私
are
たちの
operating
囚わ
or,
れているこの砦にもきっとたどり着くことができる。
they're operating with incomplete information, so that's kind of where we're at
団長
also.
たちだけじゃない。スツルムもいる。だからきっと大丈夫。
I'm not sure if she's, you know, it is actually 100% ambiguous as to if, Orchid, or, sorry, fighting myself, trying not to say Orcus. If, Orchid is referring to saying, we'll be alright because Sturm is with them, or they'll be alright because Sturm is with them, because, that part of the sentence is omitted. It's very ambiguous. Probably, context clues wise, this translation is incorrect. Probably. Technically speaking, this translation could be correct. Probably it's that Sturm is with, you know, our protagonist in that group, so they'll be okay. That is the most likely inference we can make from the context clues. But the other way works. Anyway, continuing right along. So we're looking in at our young host. Got it.
どういうことなんだ。私たちは確かにあの雪原で遭難しかけていたはずだが。
Yeah, we probably didn't make it.
そうですね。それを僕たちが見つけて、この集落にお連れしたんです。
集落？白風の境に人が住んでるなんざ聞いたことねえぞ。
その通りです。表向きはそうなっています。ですが、実際は違う。
So there's a secret society
人が住む
living
地で
here?
はないからこそ、この白風の境には僕たちのようなものが身を潜めることができるんです。
So is it like a civilization of the outcasts or something? I don't know. We haven't seen enough of him, obviously, to make a judgment on that yet.
そういえば、自己紹介がまだでしたね。僕は、僕は春です。
Yep.
なんで疑問系なん
That
だよ。
was a really trustworthy sounding in self-introduction.
いえ、あまり自分から人に名乗ることがなかったというか。
Nah, that doesn't
っていう
fly.
か、これ本当は本名じゃないっていうか。
おい、何か聞こえてるぞ。
This line right here.
っていうか、これ本当は本名じゃないっていうか。
He is actually
おい
just straight up telling you that that is
何か
not
聞
his
こ
real
えてる
name.
ぞ
So,
大丈夫です。大丈夫。僕は春です。
春さんですね。私はルリアです。
まあ聞けばここには隠れ住んでいるそうじゃないか
no, that's wrong. That we haven't heard the rumors of a hidden village here, unless you're counting him telling us just a minute ago that there's a hidden village here. Catalina, did you hit your head? You might have. We were involved in a pretty significant incident. You know, getting caught up in an avalanche and all that. We should probably get that checked. Yeah. Maybe it's not funny.
助けてもらった恩もある私たちも必要以上に詮索しようとは思わないさ
恩だなんてそんな。先にご恩を受けたのは僕たちの方ですから。
それどういう。
I'm sorry. Just to be perfectly clear, in this line, I don't know why they didn't refer to this correctly, but it's not you're the ones who helped me first, it's you're the ones who helped us first. He's using plural. Explicit plural.
失礼いたします、殿下。お客様のお食事をお持ちいたしました。
ありがとう。ちょうどあなたの話をしようとしていたところです。
もしかして魔物に襲われていた？
For what it's worth, that I didn't mention it in the recap because it's not like the most important thing in the world, but yeah, that did happen. There was a woman being attacked by monsters in the snow.
お気づきの通り、エオニオ山脈の中腹で魔物に襲われていたところを救っていただいたものです。その説は本当にありがとうございました。そしてあの場では何も告げず立ち去ってしまい、大変申し訳ありませんでした。
そうかあなたもまたこの集落に隠れ住んでいるのですね
彼女はなんというか僕の世話係のような人なんです。だから僕同様身分を明かすわけにはいかなくて。
Not quite what he said.
だから僕同様身分を明かすわけにはいかなくて。
So he's not saying that we can't let anyone know of our existence. He's using explicitly the word for our status, our station. You know, like, you know, speaking as though he's some sort of noble. Anyway. Actually, one more thing.
そうかあなたもまたこの集落に隠れ住んでいるのですね
Sorry, that line just, like, nothing about the line or the words or something or anything weird to me. It's just like it feels to me at some point in this line like the tone like loses the like essence of Catalina. If that makes any sense. Anyway, probably doesn't. I'm probably just crazy. Anyway.
私たちや殿下がここに住んでいることは本来
You know, if
誰にも知
they're
られ
not
てはなり
able
ません
to
から。
talk about their, you know, status They're not doing a real good job of hiding it, you know, given that Hal has introduced himself, telling us, "Oh well, yeah, this is a fake name," and she's like giving great honor to what is it like, Your Highness, Your Grace, whatever they want to translate it as.
白風の境で一体何を
It's like, I don't know, you guys are being pretty
この白
obvious.
風の境が非常に危険な場所であることはあなたたちもご存知のはずです。
Yeah, I mean,
俺たちはある男を探してここまで来たんだが、
not like you
その
saying
途中
something
で
about
変
that
な
doesn't
性少
really.
女に出くわして
Yeah.
雪崩に巻き込まれちまってよ。
It's like he literally just said, "Why are you here? It's dangerous here. You shouldn't be here." Like, what?
なるほど。他にもお仲間がいらっしゃるんですね。
はい。だからすぐにでも探しに行かないと。
Yeah, I'm not in 100% on board with
心苦しい
like
が早々にここを出て早く合流を。
rushing too much, but if we've rested up, we should get out and take a look.
どうやって探すおつもりなんですか？
ドランクの居場所ならわかる。この玉の光があいつの居場所を示してるからな。
ではその方以外の他の方々は？
Well, I mean, the most obvious thing to do is to check the area near where the avalanche happened and see if there's, you know, any signs of them walking away from it.
気合では残念ながら見つけられないと思います。
Oh, we're not really here to listen to you,
ここ
so
白風の境はそれだけ広く過酷な地です。
look. I'll be honest.
この白風の境には強力な魔物が数多く生息しています。
The guy has a couple points, right? It's dangerous. There's a lot of bad
ノ
stuff
ー
here.
ス
It's
バ
a
スト
big
の一地
place.
域とはいえ、白風の境はあまりに
However,
広大です。
he's forgetting about two things. One, we're a video game protagonist that's like part of a very long-running story, so we'll probably come out of this just fine.
正直に言って、今このままお仲間を探しに行くのは自殺行為です。
And two, we do have a literal homing beacon to one of these people.
だから
なんだ。
Yeah.
だからはいそうですかなんて言えるわけがないだろう。こいつらにドランクの救出を依頼したのは私なんだ。依頼主には依頼の顛末を見守る権利がある。そして私が依頼したのはここにいる奴らだけじゃない。
Yeah, so,
ここにいない
you know,
こいつらの仲間全員に依頼をした。全員揃っての気空団に依頼をしたんだ。
right.
誰
Okay.
一人私の依頼でかけさせたりなんてするものか。
But here's the question, Sturm, do you really have to stop and, like, give a speech to, like, show up this kid?
すまないな。君の親切には本当に心から感謝する。
Because it's obvious that we're not going to just say, oh, well, no,
ことはできないんだ。
guess we can't find him. We'll just sit here and do nothing. No, but, like, guys, while we're waiting here, Sturm is either really awkwardly waiting right outside the door or is getting, like, walking away right now. Either way, it's a bad situation. Let's just go.
さっさとイオたちと合流して依頼もすぐに終わらせちまおう
Guys,
ぜ。
we don't all have to get a word in. It's fine.
ハルさん、 助けてくれて本当にありがとうございました。でも私たち行きます。だってみんなが待ってるから。
Alright, if I were writing the script, I would have cut out Lyria's second line there. I don't actually mind her stopping at the door to say thanks for saving us before we just leave. Because here's the thing, we're leaving. Us leaving is not something she has to announce. We are physically leaving at the moment. And the reasons we are leaving have already been announced by everybody else. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just like really strange writing to have them just repeat themselves so many times. Also, they were just, there's too many words. We didn't need to give that many words to this kid. Look, it's like, yeah, thanks for saving us. We'll take your advice under consideration, and by that I mean we'll completely ignore it. Rare monsters. They are occasionally what we would call quite tanky. Alright. Well, anyway, so we walk right out the front door and are immediately assaulted by swarms of monsters. I don't mean to say anything bad to you, Hal, but if your house is in a really bad location. Alright. So, what's next? Yes, we head out into the snow. Okay. Fire. Okay. We can go fire. We'll just go ahead and pick a 120 Shiva. Go on fire. We'll bring Spartan, just because we're trying to get the mastery levels on it. I'm still moving toward that ultimate goal of unlocking Paladin. It's just going to be a while. Yep. Yeah, in order to try to find our friends, we have to try to find where we were, because we were removed while unconscious, which is unfortunate.
エオニオ山脈だったか。とにかくあの山との位置関係からある程度現在地は予想できそうだな。雪崩の直前、最後に見た景色と比べると
Might work.
私たちはかなり麓の方まで来てしまったようだな。なあな
あ、確かあん時はその玉の光に従って進んでたんだよな。
そうだ。玉の光は相変わらず山の上の方を指してるな。
Yeah, I mean, the place we know where to look is a solid bet, but
ドランクの位置は動いてない。まだ捕まったままなんだろうな。
right, if our allies aren't either in or going to the same location, it might be difficult to
一応の時
find them.
迷ったら頂上を目指すって話になってたからな。
It's true, we did say that.
そういやそうだったな。うまくいけばその途中くらいで合流できるかもな。
いや、しかしはぐれたとはいえイオたちも雪崩には巻き込まれたんだ。そしたら改めて出直すため一度船に戻るということは考えられないだろうか。
I mean, maybe, but
イオちゃんたちもきっとすっごく冷たくて寒い思いをしたはずだもんね。
どっちも探せばいい。
yeah, it's like
くまなく探せばそのうち見つかる。
even in that case, though, right? If the objective when you get separated is that we all head to the summit, if we head to the summit right now, they'll eventually catch up to us if they'd gone back
それ
to
は
the
彼
ship.
も言っていた通りさすがに無茶だ。
やれやれ、焦りすぎだ。聞こえてねえぞありゃ。
Uh,
はぐれた仲間と早く合流したいのは山々なんだが。
the meaning here isn't really that she's panicking, more that she's trying to speed things along too quickly. Right? She's in a rush to get from point A to point B. It's not really panicking. It's more like, you know, no restraint in terms of time, right? She's gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Yep, that's the one.
とにかく一人にはしておけねえや。行こうぜ。
Alright, well, sure. We'll follow up. Fight more random giant monsters that just exist to get in our way. Yeah, you're getting a little sloppy there, because these monsters aren't exactly hard to deal with.
どこに？
Alright, keep your calm. Keep your calm. Yeah, really, we really do need to stick together.
ついてこれないなら休んでろ。お前たちの仲間は私が一人で探す。
Nope. You gotta calm down a little.
スツルムさん、そういうことじゃなくて。
Because now you're just being careless.
またお前か。
And that's
すぐに返り討ちにして。
that's pretty dangerous.
大丈夫か？
たく、だから焦りすぎなんだよ。少し落ち着け。
うるさい。とにかくまずはこいつを片付けるぞ。
我友柄の盾とならん。皆警戒を怠るな。
私だってマナリアの生徒なんだから。
私を捕まえてみてください。
貫く。
邪魔をしないで。こんなところで負けられない。
流れるは星のごとく。あなたを落としてみせましょう。私そこ。行くよ。行くよ行くよ。行くよ。一気に叩く。ドラグエクスプロージョン。そこ。頑張るよ。
皆警戒を怠るな。貫く。
邪魔をしないで。
道を譲ってもらう。我友柄の盾とならん。
こんなところで負けられない。
我が槍汝を貫かん。ガイアスタル。
行くよ。うららかな春の一陣の花粉、花を貫く。水火白龍。全部倒すだけだ。終わりにし、私たちは負けない。ハグしてあげる。シャイニー。みんなが一緒なら大丈夫。私に任せて。ブッブーですわ。一気に片付ける。邪魔。これで最高。邪魔。これなら。これいくよ。
道を譲ってもらう。皆警戒を怠るな。貫く。我が槍汝を貫かん。
I mean,
ガイアスタル。
wait, was I muted? Oh my goodness, I might have been.
これで邪魔。これで
Anyway,
勝利をつか。さーて
so
本気で。
私だってマナリアの生徒な。
私を
yeah, it looks like we're gonna get through this just fine
ハグ
with no real input, which is pretty nice.
邪魔をしないで。
流れるは星のごとく。あなたを落としてみせましょう。
I know there are some fights, like in this relative era of Granblue, that have
戻りましょう。
somewhat tight number checks
さあ次だよ。
if you haven't really been keeping up with grid maintenance or with like grid improvements and everything. Especially with the fact that we have, you know, fairly poor party selection options, that any slightly suboptimal grid is going to have much higher, you know, variance than usual compared to the fully developed grid. Alright, so we fought a bunch of random monsters. Let's keep going. — 」 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 。 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 」 . 」 」 . 」 . 」 」 . 」 」 . 」 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 . 」 .
笑いにでも来たのか。
あなたたちには本当に大切な仲間がいるんですね。
いろいろな旅を共にしてきた仲間だ。大切なのは当たり前だろう。
Yeah, that checks out.
少なくねえ視線も一緒に乗り越えてきてんだ。それに俺たちは気空団だからな。
It's true, we've been through quite a lot of life and death situations.
少し羨ましいです。
Yeah, so much so that this just feels like another one.
あなたたちにその仲間を失ってほしくありません。僕たちはきっとあなたたちの力になれます。だから一度話を聞いてもらえませんか。
Alright, so ultimately, last couple of sub points to the chapter were completely pointless. Because we go back.
まずあなたたちを雪崩に巻き込んだ巨大な虫の姿をした青少獣ですが、それはおそらくディコトムスというこの白風の境を住処とする青少獣です。
青少獣ディコトムス。
人との関わりを持たないため、いえ、そもそもこの白風の境にはほとんど人がいませんが、とにかく謎の多い青少獣ですが、基本的には白風の境のエオニオ山脈上部を住処としています。そして実はこの青少獣ディコトムスについてあなたたちにお願いしたい依頼があるのです。
なんだかんだと言ってそれが本当の目的か。
申し訳ありません。このような場所に住んでいるとなかなか依頼をできる機会もなくて。
いや、これでむしろ納得がいった。ただ善意と言って近づいてくるやつよりよほど信用がおける。
Guess that's fair.
ま、ひでえ話かもしれねえが、一理あるな。
I mean, that's fair. There's a, you know, if you're,
それで依頼ってのは一体何なんだよ。
you know, like who you're gonna trust, someone who comes up to you and like, I don't know, just tries to give you like a you know, stack of money, like stack of bills, or someone that's just like, here, take this and like go buy me a sandwich. I'm not likely to trust either of them, but the second one at least seems a little bit more sensible. Like, depending on the situation, I could be like, you know what? Maybe he's busy, right? Maybe this guy's busy. Maybe he's can't get up. You know, he's sitting at doing a thing. I don't know. You know, when people are getting compensated for their deeds, right? Like both directions, it feels a little bit more like a real working relationship. Makes sense. It's not strange, really. Plus, it makes it easier to see where the other person's coming from.
ディコトムスは本来エオニオ山脈上部を住処とし、麓に降りてくることはまずありません。しかしここ最近になって突然山の中腹や麓に現れるようになったんです。
Alright.
おかげでこの集落に住む者たちに多大な被害が出ていて、これは集落を代表しての依頼なんです。
What, do
ディ
something
コト
about
ム
it?
スに何があったのかを調査し、そして可能であれば正常に戻してほしい。
Okay. That actually doesn't sound completely
それが
unreasonable.
僕からの依頼です。
Right?
あ
It's
の
like,
聖少獣か。
雪崩の前に少しだけ
it's like if
あの子から
investigate
違和感を
what's
感じたん
going
です。
on. If you can fix it, fix it. Otherwise, you can just report about what
もし
you
かしたら
investigated.
それが何か関
That's a
係
pretty
しているのか
reasonable
も。
request, honestly. Assuming that he can follow through on
けど
getting our
聖少獣の
companions
とこ
back
に行くっ
safely.
てならやっぱみんな揃ってからじゃねえと。
戦えるものが多いに越したことはないだろうな。それにドランクをいつまでも放っておくわけにもいかない。私も協力はする。ただその聖少獣の相手は全てが終わった後だ。
いいえ、まずは最初にこのディコトムスの元へ向かってください。
なんだと？
この依頼の内容と団長さんたちの目的は一致しているんです。なぜならあなたたちが探すイスタバイオン軍の砦は小流域のただ中にあるのですから。
So that means that we need to get the last sky map fragment to get out there. Okay, alright, I got you. We would have figured that out if we just kept going. I'm just saying. Cal didn't need to be there to interrupt us. Anyway, moving right along. Wind. Let's see. We can bring Hamsa, probably? Yeah, we'll go with Hamsa. That should be fine. Good wind. And of course our Spartan. Armed with our trusty baseball bat. The perfect weapon for a guardian fighter. Luria.
こっちです。この方向から聖少獣の気配がします。
Just imagining being in Luria's position here is making me feel cold. Again, she's like needs a jacket and shoes.
しかしまさかイスタバイオン軍の砦が小流域の中にあるとはな。
I mean, we'd have figured it out pretty quick if we had kept going. But instead, we've done, you know, back and forth to that village a couple times.
部分的に小流域にかかってるもんな。しかし普通そんな場所に拠点を置くかね。一体何考えてんだか。
ドランクの残した宝珠の光はずっと山の上の方を指してたの。
Well, you'd
そうい
see,
うことだったんだな。
the thing is,
団長さんたちなら聖少獣ディコトムスの持つ空図のかけらを手に入れれば
if they can make a camp in
小
the
流域を越
basin
えられるようになるはずです。
and no one else can get there, it's a safe location to station
Sorry.
troops.
イスタバイオン軍は定期的にこの白風の境を巡回しています。
Which is a pretty aggressive
雪崩ではぐ
action
れてしまった仲間とも砦で合流できるかもしれません。
toward like the independence of the people of Fonte Grande.
砦で合流ってそれあいつらに捕まってるってことだよな。
They've just put troops, you know, at our borders essentially that we can't actually interact with because they're behind an impassable wall. That's pretty dangerous for Fonte Grande if you think about it.
そもそもすでに捕まっている方を助けるのが目的だったみたいですし、どうせ脱獄させるなら1人でも2人でも3人でももう大差ないと思いますよ。
Really depends on the plan for rescue and extraction there, doesn't it? If there's a lot of people you gotta get out, it's really gonna change the kind of breadth of strategies you can choose from.
そういや気になってたんだがよ。どうしてお前はあと一つクーズのかけらを手に入れれば俺たちが小流域を越えられると思うんだ。
Yeah.
確かにあの集落では他の者の目もあった手前聞くことができなかったが。
Suspicious?
そう断言するのには何か根拠で
Because
も
I
あ
mean,
るのか。
if we didn't say something about it directly, then yeah, it's a little suspicious. And he's got the shifty eyes? Yeah, this is suspicious.
実はですね、団長さんたちが気絶している間に荷物
Ah,
を改めさせてもらいまして。
he was looting us.
その
Got it.
ごめんなさい。緊急事態とはいえどうしても僕たちの敵ではないことを確認し
It's
なけ
like,
ればならなか
look,
った
it was an emergency rescue, so I took the money that I needed to pay for it out of your pockets. It's no big
それで
deal.
私たちが9つのクーズのかけらを持っていることを知っていたんですね。けどよ、なんで小流域を渡るのに必要な数を知ってんだ？
Yeah, still
クー
suspicious.
ズのかけらって全部で10個なんだっけか？
Well, yeah, we know that because it's
Yeah.
displayed on our.
青の騎士の残していたメモには私たちも知らない島の名前があった。
Well, ours are displayed on the collections page or the profile page or whatever it's called.
ということは
Supplies page.
私たちが持つ以外にもクーズのかけらは存在しているはずだが。
So we know that there's only one left. As players, I suppose. In universe, they really don't know how many they need.
そのことについては今は僕を信じてください。
You know, there's very,
としか言えません。
very little.
僕は自分の正体を人に明かすわけにはいきません。
There are very few things that will cause me to trust you less than just looking at me, smiling, and saying, "Trust me." I don't know. This does not seem trustworthy.
しかし
All of a sudden, I want to leave.
僕の正体を明かさないことにはおそらく納得はしてもらえないでしょう。
Even if you did, I'm not sure that you would convince us that you were, saying anything satisfying.
お前の言うことが本当ならどうして知ってるかなんてどうでもいい。
You might not care, but I care a lot. After all, he was
Nada.
rifling through our
もし
pockets.
嘘を言っているんだったら
That's
それは
explicitly
いずれ
suspicious
バレる
person
嘘だ。
behavior.
その嘘がバレた時自分がどういう目に遭うかそれなりに覚悟しておくんだな。
いや嘘は言ってないんですけど、僕自身クーズのかけらを集めたことがあるわけじゃなくて知識として知ってるだけというか。それに代々受け継がれてきた古い話だし、もしかしたら少しくらい手違いが。
So in other words, you really don't know.
クーズのかけらが集まっても小流域に入れなかったら覚悟しておけよ。
No, I think that level of just response is totally fair.
青少獣の気配はあっちです。
Because think about it. If we get this last map piece, and we still can't get into the Grim Basin, then essentially we'll have been tricked into doing the job that this kid wants us to do before he's able to follow through on his part of the bargain, without any hope that he'll be able to. Right? That's a big no-no, right? It's like that'd be, you know, essentially, I mean, Sturm's a mercenary, right? He essentially hired Sturm for the price of getting drunk and the others back. And then he just refuses to pay? That'd be... Repaying with violence does seem like a pretty reasonable course of action in that case. Anyway. So, side-scrolling bit.
しかし
What? Why are you looking at Hal with amazement?
そんだけ厳重に守られてるやつがこんな風にひょこひょこついてきていいのかよ。
いや、だってそれはその
Not really sure what you mean.
ほら、依頼主には依頼の顛末を見守る権利がありますから。
しかしラカムの言うことももっともだ。今さら確認するべきではないかもしれないが、あの集落にいたのは皆君の従者たちなんだろう。見たところ君はまだ若いだというのに、親やそれに代わる者がいるようには見えなかった。
So what is he, like some sort of
それにあの女性は君を殿下と呼び、君はその若さであの集落を代表するような口ぶりだった。
I'm not gonna get into talking about like the specific title that's used because it doesn't really mean anything. But so if they're all his servants in that village, is he somewhat like exiled noble or something, or is he like some noble kid on a task that he's got to complete before going home? It's hard to say.
そういや、ハルと一緒に集落を出るとき、すっげえ心配そうな目でみんなに睨まれたよな。
But that would make sense as to why he's able to follow us, is that they can't really stop him. Especially if this is if what we're doing now has something to do with a task that he's supposed to be doing, right? Like some sort of trial or test.
ご推察の通り、確かに
Yeah,
あの集
could be.
落にいる者は皆僕の大切な従者たちです。彼らは僕が物心ついた時から共に白風の境で暮らしている家族のような存在です。
Oh, and we also have to remember that we can't really trust anything that he says.
普段は彼らがいてもこの白風の境すら
Because he's already told us that his name is fake and that he can't tell us what his like
だから
social standing
少
is.
しでもほんの少しでもいいから広い世界が見たかったんです。
So yeah, we can't really trust anything he says. Of course, our protagonists probably will.
そういうことなら
Again, because we
では
are
この間はしっかりと景
good-natured
色を
idiots
目に焼き付けておくといい。
who don't really know how to doubt people. At least not as much
同
as we
行している
should.
間は私たちが君を守ろう。何より大切な依頼主だからな。
Okay.
近いです。すごい速さで気配が近づいてきます。
Well, if we can do the usual thing of beat it up and have Luria absorb whatever's doing something problematic to it, then that's the fast track to getting everything that we need.
以前のディコトムスならこんな山の中腹には姿を現しませんでした。
In the Japanese text, this line is not pointed as like a statement of current like state of being. Like, oh, it's never come down this mountain before this far before. It's if it were the how do you pronounce this? Dichotomus of before, it would never have come down here. Right? It's like a behavioral analysis line rather than like a it's never been here before.
やはり何かが。
でも
What, Luria? Problems? Something weird going on?
この子暴走してるということはないみたいです。むしろなんだかすごく落ち着いているような、ちょっと冷たいくらい。
Well,
状態はどうあれ向こうさんはもうやる気みたいだぜ。
here's the thing though. We only need to beat it up and take the map piece,
今度こ
and
そ
we are
足場を崩さ
satisfied.
れる前にとっとと片付けるぞ。
The investigation that Hal has requested can still go on. We can still figure out what's going on, but to get all we need is the map piece. What is this? Ah, I see. Okay. Well, let's do the thing. I figured since it's giving us the primal boss music, we'll at least treat this like a boss. I need to save this call. God, I can't take this seriously with that baseball bat. Alright. Now we summon Hamza for the debuff removal. Or for the buff removal, sorry. We gotta get rid of that damage cut. Debuff removal. I'm dumb. Alright, anyway, continuing right along.
ME boost.
Okay, it looks like it's gonna happen again at 50%, but there's not really much I can do about that. Go ahead and summon Tiamat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. No, that's not gonna do anything. It's gonna use its defense as It's gonna use its defensive ability. That's all right. I've done worse things than nothing. I'm delaying using damaging skills so that we can get the supplemental damage back up before I use them, because the opponent has a 50% damage cut. The supplemental damage becomes even more valuable than usual. Plus, just I don't like throwing my damage into the void. Just don't. Alright, go ahead and use phalanx. Get our defenses up. Alright, looks like the... well, we hit the 25% trigger, which was not exactly what I wanted. But we can summon Hamza again to remove the damage cut. See, I wasn't actually planning on getting a bunch of multi-attacks. I could have planned around it, but I didn't. That's okay. Because ultimately this was a pretty easy fight.
私たちの勝利でございます。
頑丈だな。さすがは聖少獣といったところか。
I mean, you can say that, but it didn't really do anything.
私たちもまだ戦える。次の衝突が決着に。
It just kind of activated phalanxes a bunch, right? 50% damage cuts. Oh, come back. Come back. I need your map piece.
でもなんだか苦しんでる。
まるで苦しみから逃れようとのたうち回っているようだな。
It's not my fault. It attacked first.
一体何が起きてるってんだ?
I was just defending myself. What?
これは空図のかけら。
Okay.
これを私たちに。
Okay.
おい、こんなことってあるのか？だってまだ決着ついてなかったよな。
Is it a requirement that we actually win to get the
あれ
map
が
piece?
本当に空図のかけらなら。
I think it was just that the primals hold the map pieces, not that they don't relinquish them unless we beat them in a fight. Which we did. If they wanted to get across that we didn't win, they shouldn't have made us deplete its HP to 0.
何かがおかしかったです。まるで私たちに空図のかけらを差し出すよう誰かに強制されていたような。とにかくあの子はすごく苦しそうでした。
ということはまだディコトムスは正常に戻ってはいないようですね。
That would be what seems like to be the case.
無理やり空図のかけらを差し出させるか。
So this feels like a trap. Everything about this feels like a trap. They're trying to get the enforcers to chase us out of Fonta Grande.
この白風の境には正体も
And
目的
something
もわからない
or
何かが
someone
潜んでいるようだな。
forces Dichotomus to give us the map piece
わからないことを悩んだって
for
仕
free,
方ない。
essentially. Kind of to lure us
それより
into the
なん
Grim
であれ
Basin,
空図のかけらが揃ったんだ。
which is out of Fonta Grande.
すぐにイスタバイオン軍の
There's
砦に向
definitely
かうぞ。
something going on.
あいつを助け出すんだ。
I mean, we might as well. We don't have much else to do. When we come this far, we might as well finish off the Drong mission, the rescue mission.
少しの間だけこのクーズのかけらを借りていきますね。
What are you?
必ず
It's like, are you planning to give the map piece back? Because we kind of need that.
だから待っていてください。
I'm not 100% against going back to help. But we aren't giving the map piece back because we need that. Yeah. So did we actually get the map piece? It's not profile. It's supplies. I'm curious. I have to look. Oh, we did. Cool stuff. Alright. Well, on that note, even though we've only done 2 chapters, I think I'm gonna call this video here. Yeah. I don't remember exactly how much longer everything is, and I don't want to go too long trying to reach the end in one fell swoop here. I just would like to keep going, finish the North Vast stuff in the next video, so that we can move beyond that afterwards. Once we get through with North Vast, there's some stuff that goes on, and I know what my plans are once we're done. Once we get to that point, and we're marching ever closer to that showdown with Proto Bahamut. We'll see how well that goes once we get there. But without any further ado, this has been Shadow SP. Thanks for watching. Signing off.